Well, that was there till about the time Selma and them moved over there, I think.
But at some point, the house that you grew up in was built
Yeah,
on
and
that corner.
yeah,
Probably by Ole then?
yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of what year that place would have gone. I think LaVonne Valda was about a junior in high school, 16, and Jean, how old would LaVonne and Stanley be? How old would LaVonne and Stanley Leland be?
They're born 1929.
No, LaVonne was older than me.
What?
LaVonne was older than me. He was Betty's age. So he was born in 28,
Could be.
something like that, 28 or so. And when he was about they moved over there when he was about 16. That's when they moved that house over. They
Okay.
moved a big 2-story house
Hmm.
from north and east of Bryceland.
That's been quite a sight.
And then, did Selmer and them,
What?
did Selmer and Laura own that land where they had their house over by Bryceland?
Yeah,
Who did they sell it to that?
John Lorenz.
To John Lorenz, okay.
I'll have some coffee.
You'll have some
John
coffee.
wants coffee.
Yes, we'll have coffee. Oh. Yeah,
That was 40 acres.
that was 40 acres?
Seems like a peat ground.
Yeah, but they must have been more than that when they farmed.
Well, they had an 80 across the road.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Russell Dealand bought that or who, but somebody did.
I don't know, no
I
guarantee.
don't remember.
No guarantee on
You're
it.
asking me questions that really are hard to answer.
Well, that's true, I suppose. How about a crema or a cookie?
A little cream or milk would be good.
It won't be cream, it will be.
When I visited my Aunt Betty, she bought me a little thing of half and half.
Sorry, you'll get, but this is whole milk and I
Well,
don't even usually drink
As
that.
long as it's whole milk and not skim.
Yeah.
Thank
Anywho,
you.
I've got some crema, I've got one big nice molasses cookie.
I'm fine. I really am. Yeah.
John.
He looks hungry. He's kind of sitting there wondering why you're not asking him.
You need.
I'll have that molasses coffee.
Yeah, okay, that's a good size one, that should be enough for you here. Yeah. Well, that's, within 2 days, I was having to serve a St. Luke's. I had to help for a bake sale, so, and then I also had to help the next day in a rake. I had to go because the auxiliary was having a pie and ice cream. So I had 3 pieces of pie in 2 days. And I don't eat, normally I don't eat pie at all. You know, not that often, heavens. What do you, let me have my glass. You probably know, Gene, more about Selmer more than I do, right? But Gene,
Well, I could call up my cousin George, he can tell you everything.
yeah, I bet he could too. But, yeah, because Selmer and them lived by the Lelands.
Okay.
They were surrounded by them.
Yeah. So did Selmer have, I should know this, but
Yeah, so
I've forgotten by now, but did they have children then too?
Selmers, yeah,
Yeah.
they had Iva and Lowell and LaVonne and Gloria. Yeah, LaVonne and Lowell. Conrad was the oldest. And they lost a boy when he was maybe 10 years old or something like
Hmm.
that. So they had a pretty good sized family.
So, but they weren't as close as far as cousins as the ones you grew up with?
Well,
I never hear about them.
No,
so-
they weren't until they moved up by us, you know.
Okay.
Because before that, you know, people didn't go very far. you know, you never went very far to visit relatives.
Right, right. So when did they move up, did you decide?
When LaVonne was,
16,
yeah, and he would be, this year he would.
so that would have been in the 40s.
Mhm.
So they were already
Yeah,
grown, or, because Selmer was fairly old. He was older than
he
the
was one
others,
of the
so-
oldest.
yeah, so-
Yeah,
So that they
Yeah.
were all older cousins.
yeah.
Okay.
Hunter died real young, he was young, and Lowell and Gloria died very close together, both of cancer. And Iva died of cancer.
Cal is here.
Who? Carol is? She is here? Which door is she coming?
I don't know, I just saw her drive by there. Of course, they're all blocked from here, so I can't get away for a week. Really, sir? I don't intend to do anything anyhow.
It's like you say, when it's a snowstorm, it doesn't matter if you're retired.
Oh, yeah, I forgot afterward, I
Hi,
thought.
Jean. How are you?
I didn't know.
Oh, we're in here. Okay.
Yes, there's more room in here.
Okay.
Hello.
And
Hello.
this is my cousin, John.
I'm not a cousin.
You are too. No, you're
No.
not a cousin to her, you mean?
No, I'm not your cousin.
What?
Well, anyway, I'm Carol Dahl. Nice to meet you, John.
She's there from the Renegade family
Okay,
that
but
dropped
she
to be
is a,
She's not a doll, she's married to a doll.
I'm married to a doll.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. I'm married to Ole's brother's grandson.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We've already established that there's way too many dolls to keep track of. So we
You know-
just sort of, that whole section
You know,
is
isn't
just.
it amazing though, from one family, how many people
Yeah.
descend?
Oh,
We,
yeah.
we don't, no wonder the world is overpopulated.
Well, especially when they all stay in the same.
Area.
Area.
Yeah,
Place,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it was better coming here than staying in Norway, I guess.
Yes,
Well-
she's been to Norway.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Well, it's beautiful. In fact, I just absolutely love it. But I can see there was no place for advancement or,
Oh, yeah.
growing for your family.
No.
Nothing.
And they all came over, you know.
Yeah, yeah. They were poor, very
Yeah.
poor.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Have a seat.
Yeah,
We
interesting.
were looking at the old plaque.
I just got my first ding in my new car.
Uh-oh.
My husband is gonna kill me. And I probably am harder on myself than he will be, but I stopped at Dwayne's and I opened the door and I didn't see that cement thing at the end where he has, at each
Yeah.
end of the pumps. Oh my. I just hate that. I just hate I hate things like that.
Yes.
You know what? This is so interesting. I'll tell you why. I've been working with a man from Peoria, Arizona, and he had a I think it's at least great-grandmother and grandfather, living in Rome Township, right here.
This is a little larger now. He's in a larger
Yes.
one.
And so, okay,
See, we
now
were-
this here.
It's
then-
hard to see.
Now, this, okay, and I'll tell you what, you're gonna laugh when I tell you this. This was my great-grandfather. This was all my relatives right
We
in
were
here.
actually, I was just saying, there's a whole lot of guards in here.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
were you?
My grandma was a guard.
Okay.
My mother's family.
Not related to
Yes.
Edward and them too?
Yes, oh yeah. I'll never forget the time. My husband and I were just married, and when you're young, you could care less who these cousins are that are out there. My mother was so fascinated with them, but that was fine. But anyhow, my grandma died, and she lived up in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. And so they had the funeral there, but they also had a funeral down in Elmore because they had lived in the Elmore,
Yeah,
in
we-
that
I
area
saw-
for many years. And so and she was buried there at the Elmore Cemetery. My grandpa had been buried there too, and of course. And we were standing at at the cemetery, you know, with the service, and it got done, and Evelyn comes up to us, and this is Evelyn now, comes right between Dwayne and I, puts an arm around both of us, and she says, and to think I'm related to the both of you.
That was
I never-
Edna Gard's, the one that
Sister.
was such a good friend of, you know, Norma.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's Edna's sister, and Evelyn was a talker.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that?
Yes.
You know, she had a heart of gold, but she was, I never forgot Evelyn after that.
Wow, you're doing good here.
This
That's
isn't
nice.
me, this is Dwayne's cousin put this together, and I
Okay.
just brought it, because there's just a couple things in there that maybe you guys would like to see.
You have seen the one of where they came over in the ship.
Right.
Yeah,
I,
you.
I gave you that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's in here
yeah,
too, of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
you know. Mhm. And I don't know if you know that little bit of the history of that.
Yeah, John.
Dwayne's grandpa, who is Eric, who was the oldest in the family, he came over, I believe he was 19, and he came over in 1871. And then he worked and made enough money to send back to bring his family
He was,
over.
this is Eric.
Yep, yep. And he was born in 49, and he came over in 71.
Yeah, he didn't come over with the
No,
rest of them.
because he was there 2 years earlier. He sent the money back for the rest of the family to come.
Okay.
And the one girl was married. I wonder say if it was Ingeborg. Either Elsa or Ingeborg were married, and so they had to come on their own. And I think they came like a year or two later, but Elsa came. The other one came with. One was married and
Elsa
two.
was
Right.
married to the Hallman.
No, Elsa, they were both married to Hermansons.
Oh, okay, okay.
Where does that Holman come in?
Well, Mrs. Hallman,
Because the way
yeah, yeah,
Dwayne
they're
explained that.
yeah,
some-
yeah, because I think Mrs. Hallman was Grandma's sister.
Do you suppose?
Yeah. I
Your
think-
grandma's
yeah.
sister,
Mhm.
like, you know, what was Christy your grandma's
Yeah,
sister, your
Christy.
grandma?
Christy.
And she was the guard? Was her?
No, she's Hoggy.
No, no,
Okay,
Haughey.
who was, she was the Haughey,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
yes.
a Haughey family.
You know, there's a lot of the Haughey family that's buried in that at Bethany Lutheran and that, I think. Are you
Yeah.
familiar with that?
Yeah, we were
Which
out.
one is it, Bethany?
Bethany's the one where my folks went to church. Remember
Okay,
we
yeah,
went
yeah,
out
yeah.
there?
The,
Yeah,
the nice graveyard.
That
Yeah.
is,
Really pretty.
that is
That's
just the
beautiful.
nicest kept
Oh, yeah,
cemetery
it's
there is
amazing.
around.
Almost makes you want to die.
I know.
Shame on you
You know,
guys.
I'll tell you what, that, and then, you
Can I
know.
reserve a place?
It is, but they dig their graves by hand too, you know, they don't let any machinery come in
can't,
on there
don't
to
they?
make tracks or
Well, and they
anything.
redid them all. They
Yeah.
Yes,
put the
they
cement
did,
under
but
all
they've
of
done
them.
but they've done that for years, you know.
They really
A
were.
couple of years ago, is that, I don't like
I don't
that.
remember anything, so I have
This is
I
scary.
have to
for me.
record things.
Okay, years ago, our son lives in western Minnesota in Graceville. I don't know if you know where that's. We go through Ribbit Falls often. Is that where you're from?
Well, that's where I'm from, but where's Grace?
Well, you continue going west. It's in you know where Ortonville is,
Yep,
Big Stone
mhm, okay.
County.
Oh, yeah,
It's on the
so
north
it's up
end of
in
Big
there.
Stone County. That's
Right.
where he works.
That's why I
Anyway, so
don't
we
know
go
where it is,
through
because
that
I never
way.
go over there.
No, of course we wouldn't either.
It's too close to South Dakota.
Yeah, yeah, that's that little jog. You know,
Yep.
that's the county that's like that.
Outlaws.
Anyway, we were up there to see his daughter play volleyball, and we went to Lac Paro High
Mhm.
School, which is out in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here, and I have a great-great-grandmother buried in the cemetery there. It's rural Dawson is, you know,
Oh,
the name
okay.
of the address. There was another beautiful cemetery. And they had everything, they have where you come in, they have a book even that tells you who's buried in what lot and where
Mm.
they're at, and it's
Oh.
all kept under cover.
Yeah.
And that
Well, that's
cemetery
nice.
was, yeah, like you say, you almost wanted to die to be buried there, you know? It was so neat.
So, real quick, so
Yes.
Eric was, who did you?
That's my husband's grandpa.
And
Okay.
he's a
He's
brother.
the
Alright.
oldest.
Alright.
He is a brother to Ole
Right, right.
and Christopher and Anders and Thomas. You haven't got Thomas on here.
No.
Um,
This was their census in 1865.
Thomas must have been on the next page because he would have been there with them. Mhm. So, because
Now,
Thomas
How
was
many
the one-
children did Thomas have, do you know?
No, but they were all girls. I
Okay.
do know that much. Do you know, have you heard of Claire Dahl?
No.
Claire Dahl is an adopted grandson, it would be, of Christopher. Shearson. He has done deep genealogy into the Dahl family throughout. He had us up there one time, and he has pictures of every member of the family. I mean, all these families, you know, with their spouses. And he went up to Starbuck, which is where Thomas settled.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, he has some information on them.
Well, I was telling him I met a fellow in Arizona. We got talking, and then he said he was from Starbuck. So I said, "Do you know the Dahls?" And then he said, "Yes, I'm married to a granddaughter of Tom Dahl."
He was, see, because there's no boys, so that was
Yeah,
really
that's why it's-
interesting. He knew that, wasn't it?
Yep. He was a friend of Gullard's from Ray.
Oh, really?
Gullard's.
Carol Gullard's?
They had met him out in Arizona, so that's how I got acquainted with him,
Okay.
because they visited them, and then she died shortly after that.
Really,
So,
really.
and I wish I would have delved into it right
Mhm.
then when
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
that fellow.
You know, I guess the only way would be to go up to the county courthouse probably and go back and get the records in the recorder's office and find out the births of their daughters. Because Dwayne, and I can't remember this, Dwayne does remember the last name of one of them, you know, because we've heard of it, but I can't tell you. But I just know supposedly he had all girls, so there were no Dahl
And
names carried through.
And I remember him because he came to visit Grandpa, and he looked just like Grandpa.
So I got a picture here that I did take along. I did throw a couple things
Oh,
together.
good.
This is three. Don't they look alike? And those three, it's right down in the bottom. Only
This is
isn't one of
Grandpa.
them. No,
No?
it's Tom.
Oh, you look, yeah.
See?
Well, see, when he came, we were little and we couldn't tell
Tell
our
'em
Grandpa.
apart?
No, we couldn't tell which one
So
was
they
our
must
Grandpa.
have all looked alike because this is
Want some more?
Christopher.
I'll take a
Yeah,
look.
maybe she'd like some coffee.
I will take some coffee.
Yes.
That's
I'm
Christopher
boring.
and Eric and Tom, and see,
Wait,
Ole
here.
isn't on this
We'll get her a
picture.
cup.
This is at,
Otherwise you're gonna
Free
pour it
wine.
I think it's their 50th wedding anniversary or
Okay,
funeral, but
yeah,
it was
see,
something, I
yeah.
think it's their 50th that I was told.
Uh-huh.
But can't you see the similarity? And if Ole looked like that too,
Well, we couldn't tell him apart when he came out to our place with Grandpa. I mean, he looked so much like our Grandpa that it was just,
that is just
it was just
funny.
amazing. We just were fascinated by him.
Sure
you
you
know,
would be.
Yeah, we just couldn't figure it out, and we were little, and I can't remember what year it was.
Do
but
you
I-
remember anything about Andrew?
Mm-mm.
See, he settled over and ended up settling over, I think, south of Overley, Royceland Township, you know, in Freeborn
Now,
County.
is he the one that had the great?
That's
big
not
family?
yours.
A great
No,
big
that's
family?
Christopher.
Christopher is the one in Albert Lee. Didn't
Yes.
they have how many children?
They had like 15 or 16.
Yes.
And I'll tell you another cute story. I can tell stories all day long. But
This is-
anyway, Dwayne tells, first of all, Christopher, they claim he's the only man that got picked up for speeding driving a team of horses down Main Street in Overley. Because he had been drinking. That's the story with Christopher.
What a great picture.
Oh, isn't
You know.
that? See, when he
So this is
came-
your husband's grandfather.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
And then
this is
Christopher and Tom,
Christopher
and this is
Overley, and
Tom,
that's
the
Tom,
young one.
yeah. And that's the
Okay.
one I have of those.
Well, you know, when he came, we couldn't tell him from Grandpa. We were
You
just
can see
confused
that,
because he
so-
looked so much like our Grandpa,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and he does.
And you
That's-
do have this picture.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
somebody.
I would think everybody should have
Georgia
that.
has. Georgia has that.
Okay,
Well, the problem is that I have this, but it's that big one that was in such bad shape. It was
Wow.
mildewy, and so I cleaned it up. I gave you a copy of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have it, but it's not
But you know, that
It's
one
not
could
as
be made
nice
a
as
copy
this
of.
one. Yeah.
This is Dwayne's grandpa and grandma. Don't they remind you of the hillbillies? I'm sorry, but every time I look at that, because they never stood close together, oh my, that would be a sin. And
So who is this?
this is Dwayne's grandpa, Eric, then,
Okay,
and
so this
his
is Eric.
wife,
This is
Renilda.
the one here, okay.
Yeah, and this would be the dad and
Right,
mother
right,
of
this is
Eric
Siebert.
and
I like this one because I
But I
thought it
can
was
get a
grandpa.
copy for you.
Yeah,
In
see.
fact, the original is one of these tiny little bit, I think it's even
Mhm.
smaller than this picture.
Of this one,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But this looks
Well, they
just-
all are. All
this
those
looks
from that
nice.
era.
I know.
I've gone, 'cause I make copies and
Do
enlarge
you?
them, yeah.
Oh.
He looks just like grandpa. I'll never forget it because we were
Yeah.
just amazed. We just couldn't figure that out.
But I thought that
This
was.
is a good picture.
Let me I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah, he's.
I just-
Mm.
we're like, we're trying to find out who this is. This is something from Frost, and we don't know if it's any relative or anything, but we're going to try to find out. There are not many old people in Frost,
See, you know, isn't that right? Connie Hilgeson might be a good one to
but
ask.
she's so ill now.
She's so ill now, you're right, and I don't know who else right now it would be, do you?
Mm-mm.
See,
No.
this is a picture that her sister gave me,
Okay, oh my gosh.
and this is what I
Yes,
able to do
see?
to clean it up and-
Look at that, yes. Now, whose family is this?
This is all
Your
her brothers and
Isaac and
sisters.
Alfred's.
Oh, it
Combination
is.
of some of us.
Okay, now would Ida Erickson be on there?
No,
That's
this
a
is a
different-
kid, it's Alfred's and Isaac's children.
Oh, Isaac's
So this
and
is me,
Alfred.
and this
Oh,
is my
really?
sister Arlene,
Okay,
and this is my little sister Janie Van Gerpen, and my
Littlest brother,
brother Gerald,
okay.
his brother Orvin.
and brother Orvin, and this is Corinne. These are and LaDonna and Patty. They're Isaac's.
They were Isaac's then,
Mhm.
and Isaac lived in Wells, right?
Yeah, his
In later
final
years,
Yeah,
later years.
yeah,
He
later
and
years.
Eddie, isn't that right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, are you connected to any of those families then?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not her cousin, I'm her nephew.
Oh, yeah.
She told me that,
You're
she told me that over the phone. So, you're right. She's just trying to get you out there.
I'm,
My mother is her older sister,
Yeah.
was her older sister.
Okay, very good.
This is,
Well-
this is his mother. This is country school.
Oh, isn't
Look
that
at,
precious?
this is all Waldos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You are
6,
kidding.
7.
You are kidding. Did they call it the Waldorf School?
No, it was the Mundell school. We were related to them too, you know.
I know you are. Isn't that a precious picture?
Yeah,
It's a
that
nice
was,
picture too.
Oh,
I mean, it's a
that's-
nice picture
It's beautiful,
yeah.
yeah.
compared to so many of
So
those.
many of them.
She was an excellent teacher.
Who was it?
She was a Marie Jensen from Bloor,
Marie Jensen.
and she taught us for 3 years. She was just excellent.
Isn't
One
that
of
a
these-
good memory?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
It really is a good memory.
When they
you have that.
wrote up something, when they tried to get me to tell where I got some of these ideas that I used when I taught, and I said it was from
Sure.
rural school, because these things worked when we were little kids, and
Mhm.
kids still,
Learn
could
the
do a
same
lot of,
way,
yeah.
Mhm.
But anyhow.
Wow, that
That's-
is just, for blowing it up, that's
Yeah,
a beautiful
Yeah,
picture.
it's real picture.
So you can help me then.
Not
Yes.
promising.
Well, I mean, you obviously know how to pronounce Jerson.
Sherson was changed to
Sherson.
Sievert, you know, when they came to America.
Right, well,
Right.
sure.
Yep, sure
Was
became
sent, changed to
Sievert.
Sievert. Where did Waldo come in? Because he was
Okay.
sure Erickson. He was
Well,
son of Eric.
That's because he's the son of Eric.
Right.
The last name was always the farm they lived on. And to be truthful, and I have a letter here stating this, when Eric left, he left 2 years before the rest, in 71, they were living on the Waldall farm, okay?
Okay,
2 years later, when the rest of the family lives, they're living on the Ostatun or Ustatun
okay, that's,
farm.
because that was another name that I found.
And,
And I didn't know where that name came from.
That's why. And so, but I think they spent the longest time on the Hestatun farm.
Which
Yeah.
is,
And I was showing him the
And
head.
May-
some of the, you.
that was
will-
Maylene's.
Yeah, I believe
Mhm.
she was a Hestatun, but
Yeah.
you know, these farms like Hestatun had many different cotters settled, you know, little shacks, you and I would call them.
Mhm.
They were called cotters or hoosmen. And you know, different families, so, you know,
Mhm.
they might not be related at all, but you'll still have the same last name,
Because they,
Hestatune.
that was
She
where
came
they
from that
came
farm.
from. Okay, all
And
right.
so they did live on that Hestatune farm for years, but they were on Voldal when Eric came, and they were on Ustatune, you know, here.
Right.
When, here's a letter. I'll show you some pictures too. When we were there 2 years ago, I had been corresponding with a historian from there, Ode Notvic, and he met us, and I'll show you that. But he had sent this letter to Claire Dahl years ago.
Who is Claire?
Claire is Christopher's grandson. He was an
Okay.
adopted son, which is kind of the interesting thing, and he's the one that had the interest in the family history.
Right, because I found a letter that he had
Okay.
received from this organization in Wisconsin,
Okay.
who apparently does, this was in '88 or something.
Yes, that's when he was really into
Right,
it,
and
yes.
basically they went back, they had connections with Norway,
Okay.
and so they were able to pull up the church records for that,
Yep.
for the family.
And now, of course, you can do it on internet.
Right.